welcome. Welcome to Toodle's World. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're not new. Today's Monday, and usually I do a Monday review, but I'm decided to do a little bit different video today. It's not actually a Monday review, but it's for 2025, something I want to start new this year. Well, actually next year, because this year's I've already got my TBR's books for this year. There's some I really don't want to read, but I'm going to do it anyway. But for January, February, all the way from January all the way to December, I have picked out a certain types of books that I'm going to read for that month. Like for January, anything goes. Whatever book, whether it's a Christmas book, romance, spooky book, a thriller, a mystery, a horror book, whatever it will be, I will be reading that book for the month of January. Now for the month of February, now I know I do have a lot of friends on here that are black, and y'all might want to do this for the month of February. February is Black History Month. So in the month of February, I don't want to read any books unless it's by a black author to support my black authors for the month of February. I thought it would be really good to do that as well, support black authors. I do read books by black authors, and whatnot. And I just got through reading Love in Winter Wonderland, and the lady that wrote that book, I can't think of her name right now because I don't have the book with me, but she was a black author. I have a lot of black author books. I also read another one. What was it called? Something Christmas. It was a Christmas book, and it was by a black author, and I really enjoyed that. Mistletoe Christmas, or Mistletoe, I think it was called. Let me see, it's right here. Yeah, it was called Mistletoe Hearts. And she was a black author, and I like reading books by black authors because it is not bad, but it's nice. It's nice to see other people reading books about another culture, like another skin color or culture. Not trying to be racist or anything, but I think that would be nice to support black people for Black History Month by reading black author books in the month of February. Now, in the month of March, I chose mystery books. I want to do mystery books. I want to see and read like mystery books. Now, for the month of April, it's movie books. So, I'll pick a book that pertains to a movie, read the book, and try to see what books I have right now that are actually a movie, and then have the books that I have right now that look for that movie. If I don't have it, then I can buy the movie, so I can do books and movies. Excuse me. For the month of May, books that has to do with summers, like The Summer I Turned Pretty. We Still Have Summer. I still haven't read book 2 or 3 of that series, and I want to get the other 2 books, so I'm looking out for them books. So if I get those books, that's going to be books that I will read next year in the month of May for 2025. June, romance books. For the month of July, I can read romance or I can do rereads. So that means if I have a book, I can do a reread. I want to do book series books for the month of August. If I have book series, I want to do book series. I can start a book series maybe start one book. Like when I said July would be romance or reread. Because I've been doing the Crave book series and the Natural book series. And I have book one of the Craves. And I just need to read the last book in the Crave book series. And I've read the whole book series. So that's what I was saying. Reread. I can start by rereading the Crave books again, but getting all the other books because I asked for book 2 for Valentine's Day, so which is actually this Wednesday. Hopefully, I get it. I asked for some books and I asked for a tea kettle, some books, and either regular plain Jane strawberries or dark chocolate covered strawberries. Because my husband knows I love chocolate covered cherries, but I don't love them anymore. I love chocolate covered strawberries better because it's fruit and it's not. When he gets me chocolate covered cherries, it's not a real cherry. It's like a candy cherry or maraschino cherry and chocolate, and I don't know about that anymore. But um, and then we have for the month of September, anything goes. I can read any type of book I want to read. If in the month of, I'm going to say August, that I'm doing a book series book, whether it's like the Crave book series or the Neon Gods book series, or if it's, Shatter Me or the Natural book series, if I'm starting a book series, I started book 1 on Neon Gods. I read the book, I have the book Neon Gods. But if I start the books and I'm starting that book series, I was also thinking because anything goes in September, I could also start a book series. And anything goes in January. So I will be picking family members to be picking out my books for this month, for probably January and September because anything goes. The only time I won't have them pick out books will be April. Probably just April. April will probably be the only time that I won't and for the Black author, February, I'm going to be doing every Black author book I have. In my book collection, I know I've got pretty much a lot, and I will find them, because it's going to help me. I'm going to go, kept saying that earlier, I was going to go on Goodreads yesterday and do this, but I will do that. And then I will get on Goodreads and look at my books I have and see which ones are Black authors and what's not that I have not read. So for October and November, they're going to be spooky books. It can be a mystery, a thriller, spooky, whatever. It's going to be one of those books. And for December, I have already picked out my December books. I have 3 of them so far. And they are Christmas books. And I'm going to read nothing but Christmas books. I have only 3 Christmas books. Well, I had 4, 5, but I've read 2 of them already. They were small. So I have these. I will be going and checking. I'm doing one more book. This week is my last week to be on my legs. And I'm going to, after Wednesday, I'm going to go to the library, see about buying books and doing my last book haul for a while and rest my legs, because next week on the 20th, I go to the doctor's, and it's a Tuesday, I think, and I gotta be there at 10 o'clock in the morning. But I have to be there a little bit early and like 15 minutes before time, but I want to stay off my legs and get my legs better. I feel a little better. My leg still hurts, but not as bad. My UTI is not as bad as it was. I'm very happy. I'm taking care of myself and doing better. I just got to get the hot water turned back on because it's cold outside. This morning it rained Sunday, and the hot water went off Sunday night. And of course, today is Monday, so but don't worry, we'll get the hot water back on eventually. And that is basically my ideas for books for 2025. I called it, I'm going to call it My TBR for 20, my TBR for 2025. Sorry about the scribble on the top of the paper, but I was using this for something and then it went away. But anyway, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And maybe you yourself can come up with an idea for the books to choose. For me, I don't usually let family members pick my books, but I will let them pick a month for my books. Wrong jar. Well, this is my library TBR. These are books in here that when I'm done with this little TBR jar, this library TBR jar, will be the ones I pick. Now, I was going to do one book per month, but that's not the case. Now, for next year, and I may even go ahead and start it this year, for my library TBR, I put books in here, I think 20. I think there's 20. I don't know how many I put in here. But I'm thinking, because I don't know if I'm going to get my TBR done or get library books done, but I want to, and I think I may end up starting this next year, and that is, because I do 5 books for my books off of my shelf, and then I pick one book that is normally wrapped up in pink wrapping paper, and I pick to see what book it is. And then I usually try to get my library TBR down, so I'm thinking, when I go to the library, the next time I check out a book, I'm thinking what I'm going to do in here is pick 3 books off my library books to have come in at 3 at a time to be able to get my library TBR down. But before I go to the library and take the book and ching ching and check it out, I want to sit there as I get them and read them. And if I do not like the book, I start reading it and I'm not into it, then I'm going to take the book and turn it back in. And that would be considered DNF. And then on the little paper, I get like a receipt showing the books that I've checked out. I will put D and F. That means I did not like that book and did not want to read it. So I will be doing that so I can get this TBR library jar down. Now, when I do pick out my books, I know a lot of people say my TBR jar picked my books. This is my TBR jar. I have 1 to 12 in here because there's 12 books up there, so that's why I said 1 to 12. I will come in here when I'm getting ready for my TBRs to read. I will come in here after shaking it up and I will pick a number. So if I picked a number 2, I will go on a shelf where I have books that I have not read, which would be this shelf, and I'd go 1, 2. So if I did 1, 2, and I'm just saying, if I did 1, 2, this would be the book that I'd pick for, say, February to read, because it was the second book on the shelf. So forth and so on. So that's what I do with that. I don't have a TBR jar, pick a book with an animal on it, or pick a book that's in a green cover or a yellow cover. I just use numbers for my TBR jar, and I have 1 through 12. So I pick it, and what I do is I have a shelf here, and I have shelves here, and I have shelf here. So if I'm picking 5 books, I will do 1 from here, 1 from here, 1 from here, and then I'll go back. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then I go back, and I will go here and then maybe here or here and here. It doesn't matter what else. But that's what I do with this. So with my library TBR, I'm going to end up picking 3 books to check out after I see my doctor. I got to see my doctor on the 20th, and then I'm going to pick 3 books to check out from the library. Before I check them out, from now on, I'm going to read the book at the library before I check it out to see if I'm going to like the book or not. So, I will be showing you, and I will be doing a video coming soon, and it's going to be my library bag. I have a library bag I carry with me when I go to the library. It's got a card, library card, my printer's card, everything in it. I can't use my printer's card anymore, but I'm still keeping it. But I will show you what is in my bag for my library, so when I go to the library, you can see what's in the bag and go from there. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any bookish ideas or a TBR idea, or you have another idea, I may do 4. I don't know, 3 or 4 books. I'm deciding. I may do 3 or 4. But I have to pick the books to see if I really want to read. Now, they may not all come in at the same time. I may get one in, say, tomorrow, and then turn around 2 days later and get another book or another book, you know. Every other day I may have a book. But it's there. But that don't mean I'm going to go that day and pick it up. I will always pick them up on Wednesdays because that's when I go and see if there's any new books. And you never know. There may be a book that I have, actually, in my TBR jar here for the library. I'm going to pick one. Let me pick one right here and read it to you. This one is Fantastic Land. I may find this book for sale in my library. My library's for sale book. Who knows? If not, it will be a book that I will check out. And if I check the book out and I go in there and I'm like, Fantastic Land, I just check this book out. Not just finding it, so I can buy the book. And then I'll be able to read the book that I have. And then I can go ahead. Mother's like, I don't need this book. Turn it in. I just bought it. So you can enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, I love y'all. And if you want to see what is on my Amazon wish list, I have my wish list linked below. You can look. You don't have to buy a book for me or nothing. I'm not asking for you to spend your money and buy me a book. That's up to you. But if you want to see what books I have been wanting, it is on that list, and you can go check it out because you might even want to buy yourself one of those books or check it out from the library. Till next time. Bye, guys.